Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a little series that we so lovingly call Let's Get Baked. If you don't know the concept of Let's Get Baked, every month I receive the Great British Bake Off Bake Along at Home kit. This is the fourth instalment and the fourth box that I have received. I pay for it with my own money. I am a paying customer. I just really love baking. And every month I bake it with you guys and we see how it turns out. I am in no way a professional baker. It is purely for joy and for delicious treats for my friends and family. And yeah, if you want to bake along with me, of course you absolutely can. I think this week we are making a chocolate and hazelnut BABKA. I've been saying baklava. What's a baklava? A baklava is a phyllo pastry filled with nuts and syrup. No, this is a babka, which is like a bread. So let's open this month's kit. Let me unsheath the box. Da, 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 da. If you're new here, then you won't know. You get sent all of the dry ingredients. We've got blanched hazelnuts, flour, dark chocolate, cocoa powder, caster sugar, and yeast. And every month you also get a piece of kitchenware. So this month's is a baking tin. Wait. Guys, I hate to say it, it didn't come with my recipe card again. That's actually really sad. That's the second time I haven't had the recipe card. All right, everyone, it's been about half an hour and a couple of my wonderful followers on Instagram have sent me over the recipe. Right, so it says it takes an hour to make, but then at the bottom it says plus 2 to 3 hours of cooling and rising. So buckle up. I know a lot of you are gonna be like, that's sacrilege, you can't do that. I don't have whole milk, so I'm using light soy milk, which I know is probably like absolutely unacceptable and I'll probably get yelled at for this, but it's all I've got, okay? As well as what they sent me, I also need vegetable oil, unsalted butter, salt, 2 eggs, and whole milk. Before I make the same mistake I make every single month, it says there's 235 grams of caster sugar in the sachet, so I need to take out 25 for the syrup. And this is my friendly reminder to you to also do it. Cool. Heat the oven to 180 degrees. Line the baking tin. The first step is we need to bake our hazelnuts. So it says, tip the hazelnuts onto a baking tray and bake for 4 to 5 minutes. In you go. Tip out onto a chopping board and leave to cool for 5 minutes. Once cooled, use a large knife and chop them up. Place 75 grams of butter and 110 of caster sugar and chocolate in a small saucepan over a low heat. We're moving all over the place. We've got things in the oven already. I was expecting to be stood here baking, but no. 75 grams of butter. The rest of the caster sugar, am I right? Butter, 110 grams of the caster sugar. Yep, so that's the rest of that. And the chocolate. Ooh. So it just says low heat until everything is melted and smooth. Let the melting begin. I'm gonna grab a Diet Coke. I need some caffeine for this. Right, this may be the biggest disaster yet. This actually just smells like burnt caramel. I don't know whether I can use this. It looks pretty crystallized to me. I did tell you I'm not a professional, but this is kind of taking the piss a little bit. Need a smaller spatula for this. I'm actually so sad. It says stir in the cocoa powder and then allow to cool and thicken. That's burnt. I'm gonna put it to one side and come back to it. It is the most horrible gloomy day. I'm so sorry, it's really dark. Guys, I burnt that so badly. I have never in my life burnt sugar before. I've made caramel quite a few times. I usually cook caramel like by eye, and as soon as it starts browning I take it off, but because of the chocolate I couldn't tell, and then it started smoking and I was like, shit, I've burnt it. So at first I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the shops and buy more dark chocolate, but A, I am very lazy, and B, I like to be a bit thrifty sometimes, and I like experimenting, and I am going to commit the crime that is tampering with a Paul Hollywood recipe, and I'm gonna do this my way. She's going rogue. Sue me. So what I've done, and I think this is still gonna work, you know, I have got here about 4 big tablespoons of the cocoa Nutella. So it's not plain Nutella. It's the new, like, cocoa one, so it's Nutella with cocoa powder. And I've also mixed in a few squares of dark chocolate and some chocolate orange buttons. So I'm gonna make this a orange and hazelnut babka, because why not? Honestly, why not? So that's what I've got. Right, so I'm just gonna put that to one side. Let's make the dough, because I've already been doing this for an hour. 275 grams of flour into a mixing bowl. Add the yeast to one side, 25 grams of sugar to the other, and the salt. Flour into a bowl. Oh, I was meant to sieve it. Beautiful. So this is the sugar we removed earlier, so that's gonna go on one side. Now, the reason that you put the salt and the yeast on a different side, I am sure that you know, but if you don't know, the yeast doesn't work as well when the salt mixes with it, so you want to keep the salt and the yeast separate. And then the yeast, and then make a little well, allow them to stay separate, and crack the eggs into a separate small bowl, add the milk and beat them together. 1, 2. I think if Paul Hollywood ever sees this, I mean, honestly, I don't know what I would do. He'd immediately invite me on to Bake Off, I know it. Make a well and pour in the egg mixture. In we go! It says make a well, I mean, the well just immediately floods, doesn't it? Wow, this recipe I have absolutely, like, butchered to the point of absolute shame and no return. Like, pull this together, pull myself together. I need butter again. So I need to cut into small cubes. So let's do 6 very small cubes. Knead it for 5 to 8 minutes until smooth. Okay. Oh yeah, the old tear and tear. People asking me to bring out a recipe ebook. Do you still want that? I do apologise. I just didn't read the recipe. This is entirely my fault. Make the dough round and add 4 to 5 cubes of cold butter. It then says fold the dough over and knead. Oh, it's... Oh. Repeat kneading well between each addition until you've added all 80 grams and have a sticky dough. It sounds absolutely vile. Don't know whether you can hear it. Oh, it farted! My dough just farted! Well, my little cherubs. We have a ball of dough. All the butter is now in it. I now need to let this cure for an hour. I'm gonna clean up the absolute mess that I just made. I'm gonna have some lunch because it is 20 to 4 and I haven't had my lunch. And then we're gonna come back and we are gonna see what happens next. Stay tuned, because quite frankly at this point, I don't know what's going on. Let's look at the next step, shall we? Tip out the risen dough onto a work surface and pat it down. Press out the air all over with your fingertips. Sprinkle some of your remaining 25 grams of flour over your work surface. You may not need it all, and place the dough on top. Using a rolling pin, roll it out to about 30 by 35 centimeters. Tip her out. Oh wait, I was meant to do the air thing first. God, I'm really not like listening or paying attention right now. Oh my god, she's so light and airy. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, right. Pushing the air out, which seems a shame because it is so airy. Is this too big? That feels big to me. but we are just gonna go with it. Using the back of a spoon, spread the chocolate mixture over the dough, leaving a 1 centimeter border. Okay, here we go. I mean, I may not be a star baker this week, but I'd say showing initiative and working with what you've got, I'd solid gold star. Now it says to add the hazelnuts, which I'm going to do. I think this will be really nice to have like that crunchiness in it. Okay, so it says some should be finely chopped and some less fine. So naturally, I didn't really read that either. I was thinking of maybe putting some chocolate in it as well, just because this is my recipe now, Paul. Just in case. For good measure. Now it says to roll. I say this is where things could go wrong. As we've established, a lot has already gone wrong in this bake for me, so gonna hope for the best here. Oh my god, this is a mess. Trim 2 centimeters off each end. This still feels really sticky. Something feels wrong. What is new? And then cut in half. Bet you my dad's gonna watch this and be like, are you actually using a meat cleaver on your work surface? And to that I say yes. Turn each piece so that the cut sides face upwards. I honestly thought I was gonna kill this, and I have killed it. I've murdered it in all of the wrong ways. Okay. Oh my god, no! There we go. Oh my god. This is so... This is chaos.
What's happened?
This is chaos. I don't know what to do. Gently press the top ends of the two together. I'm just gonna... Fuck.
YOLO.
Guys, I am so sorry that you're having to watch this train wreck. I think we've just established it's not gonna look good. We must press on. It's also really narrow. Like, it's significantly skinnier than I think it's meant to be. So, the right over the left, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Oh my god, oh my days. It then says to gently lift it into the loaf tin. Oh no. What have I done? It's not even like the right shape to be a babka. I actually don't know how I'm gonna get this in. Calling in for backup. It's just a chocolatey mess. Oh my god, oh my god. So once you've made the ugliest babka in the world, carefully lift it in. Leave to rise again for another 1 to 2 hours. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna let this try to rise under the weight of all this Nutella. I'm gonna take it out at 6:30. So I'll see you guys in like an hour and a half, okay? So it's been about an hour and a half. So I'm just heating up the oven now, which will take another like 20 minutes or so. So it'll be just under 2 hours until I put the babka in the oven, and it looks like a hot mess. It looks so bad. I know I did loads of things wrong this time. I literally fell at every hurdle. The next step is the babka in the oven for 15 minutes. Once it is risen, reduce the oven to 170 degrees for a further 25 to 30 minutes until the skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Now let me tell you something. Nutella, when you cook it, doesn't set. So the fact that I put baking powder and like butter and stuff in the mixture that I was supposed to put in the center makes me think it's meant to sort of harden, whereas Nutella's just gonna remain a squishy mess. Yeah, you then let it cool and then you make the syrup, which involves more boiling sugar. So we know that's gone well for me so far today. But you do eat it warm. So I reckon I'll be able to eat this by like 7:30 this evening. It looks like a bow. There's just no definition, no layers, just a puddle of chocolate. But you know what? It's risen a bit. Hello. As expected, it's getting really dark, so sorry about that. I just took the babka out of the oven. Let me show you. As expected, it looks like the world's worst BABKA. As long as it tastes good, it's all good with me. I'm gonna make the syrup quickly, so all I'm gonna do, I'm actually just gonna do it over there, I won't film it. It's 100 ml of water and 100 ml of sugar. So I'm just gonna make a syrup out of that. So you just mix it, let it boil, and then turn down the heat and let it simmer for 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna brush it over the BABKA, let it cool down completely, and then it's done. So let me go do that quick. One sec. Okay, I have made the sugar syrup. I've got my pastry brush, so I am just doing a light coating over the top while it's still warm. I mean, is it good? No. It's probably the worst looking BABKA I've ever seen in my life. The sides are okay. It's just the middle, but I think I took my own spin on it. So we're just gonna let that slide, okay? Cool, great. Okay guys, it's time for the moment of truth. It's still slightly warm, but there's nothing wrong with a warm piece of cake in my opinion. Oh my god, I'm so scared. It feels really firm. Like, is it meant to feel? Oh my god. Oi! Look! It's not a swirl, but we got some like ribbons. We got some cross sections. There we go. Given that I basically made up half of this recipe, that ain't half bad. I'm pretty proud of that. It's a little bit dry, but that's okay. Is it the best thing I've ever made? No, but it's actually so much better than I thought. All right. That is another arguably successful episode of Let's Get Baked. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you tried the BABKA, please let me know how yours went. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day. Let me know what you think down below. Make sure you guys tune in next month. I don't know what we're baking next month, but I'm excited. And make sure you leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you're new. I post one of these every single month. And I also post loads of other videos as well. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.